Hi, my name is Harsh and I am currently pursuing Masters in Geoinformatics in BVR India.
Pune, a city also known as Oxford of the East, has evolved from a serene town known for its greenery and cool climate to a modern bustling urban center. For decades, Pune was celebrated as an escape from the chaos of bigger cities like Mumbai, but today it tells a different story. One of the rapidly urbanizing cities is now the hotspot for fluctuations of temperature. Turns out, while we were busy building futuristic cities, nature was keeping tabs and now it's sending us the bill with interest. The transformation comes with consequences. When I say it, I mean it. One of the most significant is the urban heat island effect, also known as UHI. You might have noticed that urban areas tend to experience more temperature than its rural surroundings. Similarly, Pune city feels hotter than the surrounding rural regions. That's because cities absorb and retain more heat thanks to surfaces like asphalt, roads, buildings, and industrial activity. But what exactly causes the urban heat island effect? It's not just one thing, it's combination of factors. Dark surfaces like roads and rooftop absorb more sunlight than natural landscape. Cars, factories and air conditions generate lots of excess heat. And with fewer trees, there's less shade and evapotranspiration. What's that? All of this adds up, creating zone of high temperature that makes cities like Pune less livable, especially during summer.
So basic methods where we use LST to compare with NDVI, NDWI and NDBI will give us the base comparison. But this is not just enough for big phenomena like urban heat islands.
My study involved year 2023. I focused on taking the land surface temperature from Google Earth Engine to get the output. But here's a catch. I took seasonal variations instead of a year composite directly from Google Earth Engine. The seasons consist of summer, monsoon and winter, and then I created the composite using ArcGIS Pro. Basically, after processing the data, I created the hotspot areas which are under rising temperature and came to conclusions that these areas are under rapid urbanization. And to some extent it was correct, but this is where the Invest urban cooling model comes in handy. It's a tool that combines science and technology to analyze how cities can cool themselves naturally. The model works by analyzing data sets including land use, biophysical parameters, at the same time building footprint and UHI magnitude. Areas which were suffering from rising temperature were not only the cluster built up areas, were also the areas where there was no built up. So let's see what actually happened there. Surprisingly, the areas was mostly barren land. Barren lands tend to have low albedo, which basically means they tend to absorb more solar radiation and reflect less, resulting in high surface heating. For scenario second, we have areas like Bagoli. Those areas are under the influence of rapid urbanization which has caused such fluctuations, which has led to increase in land surface temperature, because indeed those areas lack in green vegetation, but at the same time they have cluster build-ups which have been causing the increasing UHI magnitude. Both the scenarios can be misinterpreted. Just by seeing LST and NDVI correlation, we will directly dive into scenario 2 of Bagoli, considering that most of the areas are clustered buildups, which is quite wrong. So basically the cooling capacity is the ability of a green area to lower the temperature of that area till some extent. So McDonald stated that any green area up to 2 hectares have its cooling effect till 450 meter to 550 meter. For an example of how Invest urban cooling model for cooling capacity works, if you talk about this bamboo tree, It will provide you the cooling capacity till certain range. The factors like shade, albedo, while these come to regulation, it will guide us through how much species is required to be planted for certain distance.
So the next time someone says just plant more trees, remind them that it's not just about planting trees, it's about planting the right trees in the right places. Because at the end of the day, cities like Pune need smarter solutions, not just quick fixes.
So instead of focusing on green oases amongst the concrete jungle, why don't we focus on planning cities which contribute more to the planetary health? Thank you.